Brooke on behalf of Interior Motions, and today I'll be speaking to Leanne Logan, the Principal of Global Digital Marketing for FedEx. Today, Leanne will be sharing some of her best tips on effectively giving and receiving feedback. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Brooke. Happy to be here and share some insights with you.
Awesome. Let's jump into the questions. So, a colleague of yours recently shared a LinkedIn post with a critique you gave him. He applauded you on your ability to provide him with a critique rather than criticism. Can you explain to us what you think the difference is between criticism and critique?
Sure, and what a great place to start, Brooke. Criticism is something nobody wants. Don't want to give it, don't want to receive it, so no place to start at all. But a critique, however, people lean into. Critiques can be positive as well as thought-provoking and give people an opportunity to improve. I didn't even say negative because it's all wrapped up in what we deliver and how we deliver it. And in fact, these tips apply whether you're in the business workplace, whether you're helping with a nonprofit, or whether you're just negotiating with your family to try and get stuff done and make people succeed, right? We all need some feedback along the way, and that's how do we encourage and offer critique? We offer some positive encouragement. People put their heart and soul in their work or whatever they're delivering. So letting them know that it was appreciated, some great things that they've done. It's a fabulous place to start. And then leaning in with some options to offer some suggestions. So I tend to ask permission. And you can do that in person real easy. Do you want any feedback or are you good to go? What's your timing to get this out there? And often people with that kind of intent will lean in and say, oh, sure, what do you got for me? So with the positive intent, asking permission, offering help in different ways, people like it to hear it or to see it. And people like to hear where your experience is in your shoes. So from where I'm coming or in my past experience I have, and then they can relate and decide if it applies to them or not, as opposed to saying, this isn't right. There's, better ways to do it. Come at it from your place of strength, and people will often lean in and appreciate that and look for other ways that they can improve based on that insight.
Those are great tips. But often, no matter how delicately put the critique is, receiving negative feedback is never really fun. However, it is often necessary to propel us further in our careers. Do you have any tips on how people can mitigate the sting of negative feedback and effectively integrate that new information?
Sure. So one way I'd suggest is to really get out in front of that. Instead of have people come to you to deliver critiques, lean into who you'd like to hear some feedback from. Ask for what it is that you really need. And if it's really just a light touch or light edit, for example, ask for that and you'll get what you're looking for more likely than be overwhelmed with too much or too little, not landing on the right mark. So another thing we always want to think about is assume good intent. People are sort of leaning in, offering their assistance, but know that they're coming from the right place with a good heart. Doesn't always land in the delivery mechanisms, but we all try our best. And balance, that's just one opinion. Look for others if you're uncertain or if it surprised you with some of those things. And ultimately, it's your decision what you incorporate or not when it comes to feedback.
So by the same token, giving negative feedback is equally not fun. Do you have any other tips for how people can navigate delivering negative feedback?
Great question, Brooke. Yes, and this is one that I can sometimes get trapped in because it's so exciting to be able to be asked for your feedback and to provide it back. But what I need to remind myself is to keep the end game in mind. And that is to understand what your reader that you're reviewing or providing feedback for is looking for. Is it a short review? Is it a longer one? How might they receive your information? So I get really excited about providing feedback, and then I take a break and think to myself, how should I deliver this? How will it be best received? And make sure in that delivery that the positive is encouraged, the appreciation for having been reached out to is shared. Remember to deliver it kindly. Summarize your news in the biggest nuggets so people are really getting from a top-down perspective what's important and what to focus on. Offer the praise, summary of the themes, details of what they need, and return the ownership to the person who solicited your feedback in the first place, offering them a positive wrap-up with all of your good intent. So with that, I want to pass it back over and hope that this has helped some other people provide some constructive feedback and or critiques to others along their journey.
Yes, I know I can definitely benefit from these insights. So thank you so much for spending the time with me today.
Very welcome, Brooke. Thank you. Bye now.